This is explanation of new weather predicting methodology, where our weather comes from, and proposal for naming cold fronts. This is major solar flare of the sun that happens every 11 years. During the time between the 11-year cycle, there are small solar flares. What is happening here is the nuclear reaction of the sun. 1/5 the power is neutrinos. The sun's core, which is nuclear force crystal, stops and stores this energy and releases it as solar flare and also black spots here on the sun, which is a neutrino laser, so hot it emits X-rays and not much light. The solar flare and black spot are always in opposite directions, with a small variance due to the magnetic field of the sun, which deflects flare, unless solar flare and black spot are on north and south pole of sun, where flare doesn't cross any magnetic field lines and isn't deflected. Neutrinos come from the sun and can go all the way through the earth, and are stopped in and stored in our Earth's core, which is nuclear force crystal, and energy is mainly released every 100,000 years. During this time between the 100,000 year cycle, like the sun, there are small eruptions. On Earth, the neutrino laser makes a volcano go off, and the flare in opposite direction heats Earth's crust, and if ocean is above crust, makes clouds, and if tropical storm goes over, this heating can turn into a hurricane or typhoon. When a neutrino laser makes a volcano go off, it releases a plume of ash. Looks like an atomic bomb going off. This is El Nino area. This is where Barren Island volcano is on opposite side of Earth. When Barren Island volcano erupts, the opposite side of Earth is El Nino area that gives West Texas rain. El Nino area is at its normal below average ocean temperature due to cold rivers pouring into the El Nino area from high mountains on coast. El Nino is heating of water off the northwest coast of South America. This is Barren Island volcano starting to erupt, also producing earthquake. El Nino starting to get warm. Barren Island volcano getting more active, close to full eruption. El Nino is started. From Smithsonian Volcanism Program, a plume of ash erupted from Barren Island volcano on the 18th. Okay, now, exactly 26 days later, time for heat to go through crust from flare, the clouds to reach Alpine, Texas. Alpine, Texas gets flooded. Barren Island volcano at full eruption. El Nino at height of hot water temperature. Eruption stopped, El Nino cooling. After a period of no eruption, El Nino gone. So El Nino gives rain to West Texas, Chicago to New York, and Barren Island volcano heats El Nino. Volcano Piton de la Florenese here heats water off California coast and gives rain, heavy rain, Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, North Texas, Chicago, and New York. Volcano Sangay here heats water south of Guam, which gives rain Philippines, Vietnam, East China, Japan, Korea, and moves across the Pacific and gives rain to Seattle, Chicago, and New York. This is the effect of penton de la Florinese heating water off the coast of California. A splash looking of clouds. And clouds going across California, Arizona, New Mexico, North Texas, Chicago to New York. This is clouds coming from volcano Sangay. This is clouds and sometimes typhoon coming from volcano Sangay heating water off south of Guam. And clouds move across Philippines, Vietnam, East China, Japan, Korea, and moving across the Pacific to Seattle, Chicago, and New York. This is the NOAA earthquake map. This earthquake on North Pole produced a cold front this September. It wasn't very bad, and as it wasn't very cold on North Pole. So this is the way I suggest that we name cold fronts. The volcano name that produced earthquake, magnitude of earthquake, and temperature on North Pole when earthquake happened.